Hi, I'm Elikim and I'm the host of the Hustlers Playroom. This podcast is for anyone who is in business or anyone who is thinking of starting a business. Here, we are going to drop the gems on how to elevate your business and how to succeed. However, I am your host and this is the Hustlers Playroom. This is the reason why I failed my business. I started my business way back in 2020. I had a lip gloss brand. Let me give you a brief history of how everything started. So, I live with my parents. I still do live with my parents. And I want to buy credit, like for data. And I went to ask my dad for data. And he was like, what am I going to use it for? And that upsets me so much because I'm like, why are you asking me what I'm going to use data for? Like, what do we use data for? That is what inspired me to make my own money because I didn't want to struggle asking anyone for money for them to come and flex on me. So that was the main motivation behind me starting my business. But at that time, I didn't know what to sell. So what I did was I went on Google and I looked through things that are commonly bought. You can just type. Now we have AI, right? ChatGTP is there. You can just type in there, ChatGTP, what things do people buy often, or what are the trendy products that are being sold of late? You will get tons and tons and tons of ideas for you to choose from. So for me, I went there at that time. ChatGPT wasn't there, so I just went to Google, and then I saw cosmetics, but I didn't know anything about cosmetics or makeup or anything. But I knew about lip gloss, and lip gloss was common. Like every female uses lip gloss. Some not every female uses lipstick, but every female uses lip gloss. So that is what I decided to sell, but I didn't know where to source my products from. So what I did was I went to La Paz. This was way back in 2020. Yeah. I went to La Paz and then went deep inside to these sellers who have wholesale. Some of them do wholesale, yeah. So you can get it for cheap. So that's why I went to and then I searched through the stuff and got some catchy, attractive lip glosses to sell. So I bought them for 5 CDs. When I came home, I decided to sell some for 8 CDs and some for 5 CDs. At this time, this was my first time selling anything. Okay, this was not my first time. I actually sold chewing gum in class six, and I sold was it biscuits? I don't know. I've always been an entrepreneur. Let me tell you, but this was the first time I was actually starting a business to actually be serious about it. So I had no idea of what I was doing. So I came home and then decided on how much I'll sell it. But before then, I had to take a loan. I didn't have money. The money that I used to buy the lip gloss was just like some savings. So I didn't even buy a lot. I think I bought about 10. If one was 5 CDs, 10 was 50 CDs. So that should tell you how little money I had at that time. And so when I came home, I decided to sell it for 10 CDs for one. But before I decided to sell it for 10 CDs, I had to buy packaging. The packaging too costed, I don't remember the cost. This was about 4 years ago. But then one mistake I made was I did not price accordingly because when you are pricing a product, you have to take into consideration the packaging, the product cost itself, the cost you're going to use for advertisement, the transportation cost, and all other miscellaneous costs. You have to embed everything inside the cost of the product. When I first started my business, this was what I didn't know. So I was just pricing anything according to what I felt like or according to what I think people will buy. That was mistake number one. I'm not even gotten to the business that I failed. The business that I failed was not the lip gloss business. It was another business. I'll tell you along the line. I have had several businesses pass through my hands. I'm going to give you a story about all of them. So for the lip gloss, I started selling. My first customer was actually my grandma. She gave me a loan of 400 Ghana cedis, and that's what I used to buy some packaging. But then when my lip glosses got finished, I didn't want to go back to La Paz to restock. I wanted to sell something that you wouldn't find around because why will I go and take lip glosses from La Paz and sell for 10 CDs? Whereas people can go to La Paz and get it for 5 CDs. That's what I didn't want. And even what even motivated me to stop selling La Paz lip glosses was the fact that my friend came to me sometime when I was selling this lip glosses. She came to me that this lip gloss, I was passing by Medina and I saw somebody selling it for 5 CDs. So why is yours 10 CDs? That was what cut it for me. I didn't want to sell anything from La Paz again. So I started looking for a supplier. I wanted to ship from overseas. So I found a shop overseas that I'll buy from. Was from USA. I found a website I'll be buying from. Now the next thing I had to find was an agent, because how am I going to transport the stuff from USA to Ghana? All these things are research. You have to research. You don't expect somebody to spoon feed you. That's why I don't like it when people come to me and ask me, how did you buy this? Where did you buy it? Who shipped you? I don't like those things, because when I started, I got every information I know by myself with the help of Google. Google is free. Use it. Don't be asking sellers where did you get it from, or don't be asking business owners that, because business owners actually don't like that. If we wanted to let everyone know where we buy our things from, we will announce it on our page, wouldn't we? So do your own research and find what best works for you, because what may work for me may not work for you in terms of probably MOQ and other stuff. So you have to do your own research to know which products you are going to buy and from which place. So now I got my lip gloss from a US shop. I found an agent who shipped from who shipped from USA to Ghana. So that was perfect. So I started my lip gloss business. Now, when it came to the issue of selling lip glosses, I loved it. People bought from me. I wouldn't say I don't know about being the first person, but I would say I was like one of the few people who had such lip gloss businesses in Ghana. I did lip gloss packages. I added accessories along the line. I started adding eyelashes too, but I just put that aside because that was a whole different thing. So I just wanted to stick to one thing at that particular time. So this lip gloss business is what built my other businesses. Like my other businesses, I have sold skincare products, handmade. I've sold press-on nails. I'm still selling press-on nails. I'm actually a press-on nail seller currently. I'm a nail tech currently. And I've sold jewelry. Yeah, these are the four businesses I have had. Now, the lip gloss business is not fully closed. Even though that was my first business, it's not fully closed. I'm using the word fully because I have ordered some stuff currently, trying to sell them again. The reason I stopped selling was because of the dollar rate. As I said, I got a supplier in US, so I was shipping from US. So once the dollar skyrocketed around 2022, it spoiled everything, because lip glosses that I was selling at 15 cedis, I now have to sell at 30 cedis to make profits, which I didn't want to. I don't like selling too much expensive things, because I have a perception that people may not buy, which is a wrong perception. I would treat this topic in another podcast. I had so many wrong perceptions when I first started my business because I didn't have any experience from anywhere. That is why the Hustlers Playroom is here to advise you and to open the way for you to follow. I sold lip glosses and then I got money. Then I was bored. One thing about me is that it's not like I can't stick to one thing, but when it comes to making money, I love to make money from different avenues, multiple streams of income, as they say. So I'm getting money from lip glosses. I'm getting money from here, there. That's how I believe I can have a stable income. Because if the lip gloss business is dying, not dying, but like, let's say it's in a slow pace, like things are not really going fast, I have my other businesses to fall to. That mindset is what should keep you moving. But one mistake I made is I opened too many businesses at the same time and I couldn't manage it. I'm going to talk about that in a different episode about the mismanagement of my businesses. That is why most of them are closed now. So as I said, the four businesses I had were lip gloss, skincare. Skincare was the second one, and that's the business that failed first. That one, it failed. I didn't close it down. It closed down by itself because nobody was buying. Let me just say that nobody was buying. But for the jewelry business, I stopped restocking and just kind of shut down my page. Same for the lip gloss. But for this skincare brand, it failed on its own. Like it collapsed on its own. I didn't intend to close it down. So here are some of the mistakes I made. The first one was I didn't post consistently. Now, when it comes to posting consistently on social media, there are no two ways about it. You can't expect to have a successful business without popping up on your customers' timeline every day. You will fail miserably, because here's how the customer works, or here's how the morning customer works. They'll come to your page, scroll through your page, your post, right? And then probably they'll go to your first post and see that the post was made 1 month ago. they'll have a notion that you are not operating because who is actively selling and post once a month? It makes no sense. So if you're a business here and you don't post as often as you should, you are collapsing your business slowly. This is a silent killer of your business. So for my skincare brand, I didn't post consistently because I didn't have the time. When I opened my skincare business, it really flourished. That was at the heart of lockdown. So people had so much free time. They wanted to take care of their skin. They had time to have a skincare routine. So that's when people started buying. I did my research on that as well. So I started making my own skincare products. I had a supplier that I buy raw materials from. I had body butters, acne gel, turmeric lotion, things like skincare things I made myself in my kitchen or in my parents' kitchen. I made everything myself and sold. And it really was flourishing at the beginning because when I came fresh to the business, I was posting, I was active on my social media and I was everything I was doing, I stopped doing. That is why the business failed. I'm going to list what I stopped doing, and that those reasons are why the business failed. The first one is I did not post consistently, and I explained to you the importance of posting. Customers will come to your page and then scroll through your post. The second thing was when I sell out, or when like a particular product sells out, it takes forever. When I say forever, I'm talking about months. It takes forever for me to restock. And this was killing my business because when I'm sold out, customers will come and text me, "Did you have this available?" I'll tell them no. And they may need it urgently at that instant. So they'll go elsewhere and find something similar to what you had to offer. Once they get to that somewhere and they get something similar, they stick with that person. That is why I prefer most businesses to avoid sold out, sold out. Try as much as possible to always have stock. If your stock is running low on inventory, just order some. Before it finishes, my mom sells shoes. She'll be coming here as well in the later episodes. I'll be interviewing her. She sells shoes. So what she does is she has a stock of her shoes. When she checks her stock and the shoes probably set to about 20 pairs. She orders some because she ships from China and USA, and it takes about 6 to 8 weeks to ship. So she knows that by the time 6 or 8 weeks approaches, the 20 shoes may have sold out. So that when it sells out, new stock has come. That's how you're supposed to run your business. You're not supposed to wait for your products to finish completely before you restock. You will be killing your business because customers want things and they want it now. If you tell them sold out, it means they can't get it from you. They'll go elsewhere. They will look for another person. And once they get that person, it's over for you. Now, the third thing that I stopped doing was, or what I did that mainly collapsed my business was spending my capital. Like, you're a business, you're not supposed to spend your capital. You can spend your profit. That one is your own palaver. You can spend your profits, but when it comes to the capital, you're supposed to roll over every time. The capital you use to start your business, that's what you're supposed to use to restock. But most people prefer to add some of their profits or all their profits and roll everything over. That is perfect. In that way, you can even restock more than what you restocked at first. Here is the case. I was spending my business money oh, I don't even know what I was buying at that time because it was quarantine. I was at home. I don't know where I was. I honestly don't remember anything. So I was spending the money and then I didn't when it came to the issue of restocking, I didn't have money to restock. So I had to wait for customers to buy a few more things to combine the money and then restock. All these things led to this main point of not restocking as soon as possible. Because I spent the money, I wasn't able to restock. So make sure that you don't spend your business money. If you can get separate accounts for your business and for your personal money, that is the best. Because once you get everything mixed up, trust me, you are signing yourself up for danger. And the last thing that not even the last thing, there are other things. So the other thing that I stopped doing was running adverts. Now, you can't run away from running an advert. You can't possibly run away because how do you want people to see your page if you're not running adverts? You can't say you're doing prepare with your money. How do you want people to see your business? You have to put yourself out there. Fortunately, Instagram has a great platform for running adverts. It's super easy and convenient. And running adverts on Instagram is way more efficient than running adverts with influencers. I did a video on my TikTok talking about this, and majority of the people in the comments agreed with me. So I'm pretty sure most people have this mentality too. Some influencers, you pay them to run an advert. You even think that you threw their money into the dustbin because the adverts amounted to nothing. So instead of running ads as an influencer, just put in Instagram adverts. Now, in no way am I trying to support the business of an influencer. It's just my point of view and my own opinion of this. Another thing that also collapsed my business was I was educating my customers on my product. A customer will come to your page and see something they may like, but they don't know what it's used for. Nobody has the time, or most people don't have the time to come and text you in your DMs asking you, oh, this product, what is it used for? Nobody has that time, especially for skincare. You have to specify this is for pimples, this is for whatever. You have to tell your customers that this is what it's used for. You have to educate them, not only in one post. You have to make it a routine of always educating them that if you have dark skin, this is for you. If you have light skin, this is for you. Educate them constantly. But if you don't do that, the customer will come to your page and be lost and go elsewhere. You always have to make sure that with whatever product you are selling, you educate your customer on how to use it, how to maintain it, or how to just go about the product. Every product has you can educate a customer on how to use a product. Every product you buy, there's how to use it. You don't just buy a product again, it's there in the air. There's always a how to use with every product. You can just create a small flyer on Canva teaching your customers how to use your product, or you can even do a video of yourself speaking. Now, not everyone is comfortable in front of the camera, which is understandable. So, with this case, you just do a text based document, post on your page several times. You do it in different forms. If you do, probably today you do this, tomorrow you can switch up the words and add probably some images to facilitate understanding. All those things will help your customers understand what your product is used for. So, when they come to your page, they are not lost. These are the main things that collapsed my business. Now, this business, as I said, I didn't collapse it. It collapsed on its own. My other businesses, I put it to rest because I didn't have time. I was in university and running four businesses, plus studying, plus doing a whole lot of things. So it was quite hectic. Currently, I am focusing on my press-on nail business. I'm a nail tech. I do press-on nails. That is what my main focus is on. And I am also a seamstress, sort of. I wouldn't say I have a clothing line because my collection hasn't been launched yet, but I sew as well. But that business hasn't been launched officially. I have a page. I have worked for some people, but not official. So I just had to put. But the lip gloss business is still. Watch out. I'm preparing something. So this is the end of this episode one podcast. I hope you learned a lot as I did. I learned for myself actually. Catch you in the next one. Thank you for listening.